Let's go.
And here we go, round one underway. This round presented by Bear Claw, the 100% organic guarana energy drink. Interesting about this fight, you know, as they feel each other way out here. At the weigh-ins, these guys were very respectful of each other and very cool, but right now they're all business cards.
No doubt about that. A little frantic in the start, big exchange in the pocket now. Hawkey's got Madiba pressed up against the fence. It's right in front of his corner as well, so he'll be happy to be in that spot. Tumisang, an incredibly strong athlete.
100%. Wesley Hawkey, just a pioneer of mixed martial arts in South Africa. Been here before, been under the bright lights many, many times, but how about that takedown by Tumisang Madiba?
Hawkey's got a hold of his neck. And he's got a very good guillotine. He's got a couple of victories to his credit with that already. And he might, Tumisang might be in a bit of trouble here.
He has it deep. He's going to have to try to push that wrist off. This might be an easy
Tumisang is in trouble. He's in big trouble, but reverses with a slam. Hawkey's still got it.
Wow, a big effort by Tumisang as he turns his head. It appears that he may be out of trouble for the time being.
He is out of trouble. Wesley could possibly work on a north-south choke, but you have to wonder how much it took out of Tumisang, because that took everything he had to go for that takedown. And now Hawkey finds himself in a great position. He's inside control. He can work some great ground and pound, work the short elbows. Again, right in front of his corner. And Wesley is the type of guy that's very, with his instructions, he's very clear with what he wants you to do.
Wesley Hawkey looking good, but all the credit in the world to Tumisang for getting out of that situation. A lot of fighters could not. Great scramble by Tumisang Madiba as he tries to climb his way up the fence.
He's trying to wall walk here. Tumisang is going to try and escape out of Wesley's right-hand side. Looks like Wesley is trying to isolate an arm, and Tumisang is trying to use his right leg as an arm of his own to just try and get Hawkey off and maybe create some space, create a scramble. Those shoulder thuds is something that you don't see from a lot of guys, but Hawkey does use that very effectively.
Interesting thing about Wesley is you never have to motivate him to fight. He always comes to fight, and it doesn't matter if he takes a few losses. He's right back in it. Just about a month or two later, he's ready to go. It's absolutely crazy, and what a dependable, great fighter to have on your roster here at the EFC.
And again, super talented. I just love the way he puts combinations together with his boxing. He flows. Tumisang now, he's trying to walk. He wants to get out of the spot. Good base so far by Wesley, and I think something that's always been lacking in his game has been a wrestling game, but so far the time is spent with Wesley is certainly paying off.
Considering the position that he has been in for the majority of the fight, he has escaped a lot of damage. Obviously not in a dominant position and losing on the cards, but he's hanging in there against a very tough competitor.
And as Hawkey tried to trap that arm, Tumisang managed to reverse, but Hawkey straight back on top. Reverse, reset, and start working again. Tumisang looked like he was going to get back to his feet there for a second. Now he's going for the takedown.
So watch out that he doesn't walk right
looks
back
like it's got the DOS
again.
It looks like
the arm is in. Tumisang obviously not in a favorable position. Here into the big top arena, the first fight on our main card, punishing elbows to the body.
That's something you don't often see, and that's such a good tactic by Wesley Hawkey. He will always attack the body. Certainly can already see a massive difference in Hawkey's wrestling game. Tumisang telling the referee that he's good, and you can hear his JP Kruger in his corner.
It's so easy to have 17 fights under your belt and just kind of stay with your style and not improve, and he continues to improve and wants to be a better fighter, and a lot of fighters would not do that.
Day in, day out, he is certainly putting in the work. And a big disadvantage for Wesley Hawkey has always been, because he's Durban-based, the guys come up here to the high veld. The high altitude is such a factor, and you have to give testament to his incredible conditioning, because I've never seen him, even in the 5-round title fights, where he's ever gassed. So he's super fit, always ready and always improving.
Great use of the body strikes. Like we said before, that's a veteran move. A lot of fighters won't go to that. And Brad Block's watching very closely, but Wesley's staying very busy, and he's just sapping energy out of Tumisang.
That's going to take the back here. He's got the one hook in. Might not have enough time to work.
Lightning quick, very impressive transition as he has the back and two hooks in on Tumisang Madiba.
Should be able to ride this out, but that is indeed.
He's done. Can he survive?
The clock is all that can save him. No, and he doesn't! Tumisang taps out with literally, there must have been a second remaining.
Wesley Hawkey notches professional win number 12 here at Carnival City. Back to his winning ways with a beautiful choke.
Honestly, didn't think he was going to get that, even though, let's be honest, that was, you can't get it in any deeper than that was in.
And it looked like he may have been able to will himself to the end of the round, but it was just too deep, man. He was crushing against that windpipe. Wesley Hawkey, once he cinches something in, it's very tough to get out of it. He did it earlier in the fight with the guillotine, and props for surviving that, but that choke was way too deep.
Story of the fight, in my mind at least, is the improvement in Hawkey's wrestling game, the way he was able to utilize his top control, and then getting that choke in and submitting a guy who is a prolific grappler.
And that show of respect, the sportsmanship, very admirable. Here's your GNC action replay brought to you by GNC Peak Performance, down to a science. Peak performance indeed for the young assassin. He was on target tonight. And
that guillotine was in deep. Tumisang got out of trouble early on, and from there he really had to work and he had to fight. And this rear naked, I would love to hear the time. There couldn't have been more than a second or 2 seconds left in this fight, but I mean, you are never going to get anything any deeper than that. Tumisang was trying to hold on.
Look at the facial expressions hanging in there. He had to tap, and what an education that Tumisang Madiba got in this fight, facing off against such a top-level fighter like Wesley Hawkey. He's going to continue to grow, and I guarantee you're going to see him come back with a vengeance. Disappointing, but let's go to the official decision, to the Duke, Shane Wellington.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Brad Block has called a stop to this contest. 4 minutes and 57 seconds into round number 1. Declaring the winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke, Wesley Young Assassin Hawkey.
I'm here with your winner, Wesley Hawkey. Wesley, we've always known you to be an incredible boxer, but I think the story of tonight's bout was your wrestling.
Thanks a lot. I just want to give the crowd a big thanks for supporting me here in Joburg. My family, my friends, Mornay Swanepoel letting me into his club, taking me under his hands and just grinding me out, showing me technique day in, day out. Thank you very much.
Certainly a vast improvement in your wrestling game. And coming into this bout, you know Tumisang is an incredible grappler. It must have been a great feeling to get the submission win against him.
Yeah, it was very great getting the submission, but more on that, as most people think I'm on my way out. I feel rejuvenated, and I'm coming straight back to the top to take it from anybody.
Well, you're certainly not on your way out. Congratulations on another very impressive victory. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Wesley Hawkey.
You have to love the confidence of Wesley Hawkey. He says, I'm not done yet. I'm coming back for the title. Incredible win for the young assassin. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, for affordable health care, use One Plan Health Insurance, a great partner here at the Extreme Fighting Championship. More to come here from Carnival City, EFC 41.